Got it.
Not yet. I'll introduce you.
Got it.
I'll introduce you. Don't just wait. Still setting up, it's saying. Okay, I would love to take this opportunity to introduce Trish Marks to our Wise Women Wednesday. Over to you, Trish.
Thanks, Dee. Lovely to be here, and thanks everybody for giving me this opportunity to share. Now, I've been a coach for many years, and before that I worked in sales. And, you know, I always thought I had it all together. I thought I was the leader of myself, you know. But it wasn't until I had a health scare that I realized, yeah, I was big on doing the do. You know, because like most people, I liked reaching the goals and moving the bar higher, even ticking off all the lists. But never once did I think that maybe there was just an easier way to be me. Because even though I had ticked the boxes and everything, I was really familiar with the struggle. And I'm sure most of you can understand that when you're building a business, there's times when the struggle seems harder than the reason you're doing it. So when I thought about what I was going to do today and bringing that point across, I said, I'm just going to make this a conversation of a contextual conversation of the way my clients go through the process. And so really to understand and resonate with what I'm going to be sharing, my clients are women and CEOs, consultants, those people who want to make a significant change in their life, but they want to do it with certainty and ease. And so that's really what self-leadership is all about. Because to me, that's why I got into self-leadership. To me, self-leadership is so important because it's about really having the power to choose how you feel. You know, we all know we live in a very reactive world, and developing yourself, self-leadership is helping you develop yourself, thrive when you're uncertain, when you're frustrated, when there's a challenge. And you know what I've discovered, that when you're challenged or you're frustrated, those things play a big part in influencing how you behave in every action you take. And in the results, way more than you realize. So when I started thinking about self-leadership, I thought, there is no one I need to influence more. And we must get this. There is no one we need to influence more when we want to make change than ourselves. We really need to influence yourself. And you have the ability to do so, because self-leadership is really about influencing yourself. And so what is self-leadership coaching? My way of self-leadership coaching is really about eliciting those really core personal qualities in you. Like we've got them here: commitment, attention, confidence. You've got them all, but it's bringing those core qualities out and magnifying them in you while developing and creating a more powerful, effective self. So it's really simply about influencing yourself to achieve outcomes and objectives, and the way you create and develop. And I do that through creating and developing strategies for you. So the three fundamentals that these are my interpretations, but it's a pattern that runs through every coaching client that I have, and even runs through myself. So the three fundamentals of self-leadership, right now, they're all intertwined: the driver, the passenger. So let's look at the driver and the passenger. Here at this point of the journey, it's about self-awareness. You're the driver of your life. You have the car, you have the keys, and you can drive your life whatever direction you want. And you choose a direction and you know what you want and what's important to you when you're the driver. But often the struggle is becoming hard and tiring when you're the passenger, you're losing clarity, and you're just letting life pass you by. You're just the passenger that's sitting there looking at everything else. Oh, look at the way she's doing that. God, I wish I could do that. Why can't I do that? You know, the driver knows what she wants. She knows where she's going. Doesn't matter what Mary or Jack or Joe's doing over here. She's on a direction. So what we do there is it's probably, areas in your life where you think you're driving. And then when we start to delve into it, you realize, well, hell, I'm only a passenger here. What can I do? What can I do really to become a driver? So we go through a deep exploration here. We're finding the real driver, which goes back to enhancing those core principles and qualities that you have. And we build a life strategy around that to raise your awareness, and you start to rule the mind instead of the mind ruling for you. Now, when we're talking about this, I can go into the strategies, the brain strategies we're running at the minute, but we don't have time for that. But it goes to a deeper level. Your brain always looks for the easy way. And instead of working against it, I looked at, why did I not work with it? It's going to work for me. If it's an easy way, I want to do it. What's the easiest way for me, for my clients? So if you want to get the most out of your money, for instance, what do? You go to a financial strategist and they'll give you a strategy. So it's the same with your life. It's as important as the money you have. So if you want to get the most out of your life, then you look at getting someone to help you develop a life strategy with you in the driver's seat. Now, let it be known, when we move from the driver's seat, whether we're a driver or a passenger, it's always going to impact our choices and our decisions. And when you're in business, your choices or decisions are really, really busy or really important. I've only got 3 minutes left. So I want you to say, for the first one, for the driver, if you want to really do something different and recognize that you are the driver or the passenger, or there's an area, bring listening to your narrative you're on when something happens to you, whether it's good or bad. Just begin listening to it. And then start to write down the effects of the narrative that you're running, and look at other ways where maybe you could approach those situations. And let it be known that your emotions are your emotions, so start choosing them. I may not have time to go into choices and confidence, but they are very important, because whether you're the driver or the passenger, it's going to impact these things here. So with your decisions, you currently structure your decisions and your choices through autopilot mechanism, because we've learned them for so long ago. And we do that consistently and reliable. You can be reliable that you'll have the same way of responding to a situation that you've always responded to. You never question that. So I asked you to start questioning how you're making your decisions, and on what's giving you the ability, to get clear on your standards and integrity. Living with integrity is to start taking responsibility. Start taking responsibility for those choices and decisions. What if the assumption you're making wasn't true? What will be different? What conclusions are you making about yourself when those assumptions aren't true, or whether they are true, or whether you believe them? And last of all, what causes you to think that? Because if you ask yourself, why do I think that, you'll get a reason. You ask yourself what causes you to think that, you will get a belief that's behind that. So I want you to think of those 3 things, because all of this increases your performance in being you. And it also, and the better you are at being the best version you can be, the higher your performance will go, and the more profit you're going to make in either your business and your life, whether it's dollars or whether it's emotional feedback, it's going to be increased. And when we look at our life and we look at what our purpose is, it doesn't have to be a big thing. Our purpose is in the meaning and the purpose that we give to everything that we do. When we become the driver, when we are backing our own choices and decisions, when we're confidently, when we're taking responsibility, we're confident in our communicating. We're confident about who we are. We don't care. We know the road's going to have bumps, but we know that we're going to be able to manage those bumps. And this all leads to developing the level of trust in yourself, which brings me back to leading yourself, self-leadership. The more you learn to trust yourself, the more you will find that life's bumps aren't really that hard and hurtful. They can be irritating, but they're quite easy to overcome. So it really is, it's taking responsibility is one of the most important things for effective communication. So you're taking it through each one of these fundamentals. You will notice that your performance is changing within yourself. How you respond to your world changes completely. And give yourself that gift of being your own driver, making your own decisions, and being confident in yourself, which will come through in your communication. And that is the three fundamentals of self-leadership. That is the contextual journey that I take my clients with. And my clients will be starting, they'll start there where they're not working to their full capacity, but because they don't know what they're working with. It's the same if you're getting into a race. You need to know that all parts of your car are actually working to their highest potential for you to make that ride smooth and to win the game. Life's a game. Are you in it to win? Or are you just observing? You decide. You're the driver. And get into your car, take your keys, and be clear on your destination. And self-leadership, step into your self-leader, and you'll take yourself there without a doubt. Guaranteed. So today, that is the three fundamentals of leadership, self-leadership. And I was just going to, I don't know where my my thing went. I probably lost it. Yes. So today, just for today, I'm offering a 2-hour breakthrough session for anyone who wants to, has an area where they feel they might be the passenger, but they want to be the driver. And feel free to contact me and take me up on that offer. I'm telling you, I'm not going to say it's a game changer. I'm going to let you find out for yourself.